Would you look at that? The last sunset I'll ever watch. What's up, everybody? Mark Klein here. This is going to be my last transmission back to Earth. Our mission has been compromised. I've survived these frozen lanes for the last 18 months. As you can see behind me, we've developed in that time a little bit of a workshop and a home base to operate out of. The air here is suitable for people. That's why, I'm not wearing a face mask or a breather or nothing. This is going to be my last transmission because, well, the geo tent where we grow our food was destroyed today. Last week I got into an argument with Rebecca, who was our lead scientist. I told everyone before we even left Earth that this whole thing was going to go to shit if we let a woman take point, if we let her be the leader. But they didn't fucking listen to me. And now they're all dead. The geo tent is fucked, so I'm not going to be able to grow food. And all of the scientists are dead. All the other scientists are dead. I'm the only survivor. And without the geo tent, I'm not going to be able to grow any more food. So I'm going to starve to death slowly. That's my fate. Except it won't be. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going out like that. Yeah, sure, we have food preserved. We have vast food stores. But that'll run out eventually. And then I'll be left to wither away to nothing! So what happened was we were driving down the corridor that connects our main space station here to the geotent where we grow all of our food, you guys. It's like a greenhouse on Earth. It's exactly the same thing, and we have to have it because of the way the things are and the way climate is. It's just, you have to have that, otherwise you can't grow food. And so, anyway, I was looking down at my space phone, my little device I use to communicate and text people, and, because I'm still a man, just because I'm in space and stuff, and it's the future or whatever, I still got to set some pussy up for later, right? I'm not going to go to bed without it. I have to come before I can sleep. That's just how I am. And don't look at me like I'm weird for saying that, because I know a lot of you watching this are too. So anyway, I was trying to set up some poon for later, all right? And I was texting this girl in another colony on the other side of the fucking frozen piece of shit rock we're on. And my plan was to finish up the mission, go bang her out, take a nap before work tomorrow. That was my plan. It was going to be a great night. Well, I'm setting my text out, and fucking Rebecca is screaming from the back, and from the back of the transport, we're driving down the main corridor from this where I'm at here, this main workshop, to the geotent, and fucking Rebecca starts screaming, "Ah! Look on! You gotta stop being on! You shouldn't be on your phone!" And I look up from my phone back at her, and I'm like, what the fuck are you spazzing out about? And when I look back, I'm about to kill myself because I don't want to starve to death, so I might as well just come clean and tell you what happened exactly, specifically. So basically, she's chirping at me from the back of the transport, and I look back at her, and I was like, "What do you want? What do you want, bitch? I'm trying to drive." And then she's like, "That's exactly why I'm yelling at you. You shouldn't be looking down at your phone while you're driving." And by the time I was able to look back from yelling at her back to the road, we were off the main corridor and into the ditch. And the transport rolled over several times and wrecked our whole geotent. It went through the sidewall, and there was like this big combustion, because I'm not going to try to even explain it to you fucking idiots. You're not going to understand it. But basically, there's a bunch of gases that make the geotent a good environment for growing food. And when those mix with the atmosphere of this or this planet, they fucking cause a big combustion. So the transport was rolled over a bunch of times because I was going like way too fast. I wasn't paying attention to the speedometer because fucking Rebecca wouldn't shut the fuck up, and I had to ask her for some silence so I could focus on the road. And anyway, so if she had just shut the fuck up and not interrupted while I was trying to set up for getting some poon later, they would all still be alive. Because basically what happened was the transport rolled over a bunch of times, and then it wrecked through the side of the geotent. The gases all mixed in, it blew up, and everything went in flames. I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, so luckily I was ejected, and somehow miraculously didn't break my neck. My spine is all good. Just kind of messed my shoulder up a little bit, but anyway, I just slid, and when I got up and dusted myself off, I look over, and there's a fucking nightmare scene going on. The transport is on fire, and the whole geotent is like deflating, and it was pressurized too, because it's in order to we can't have a bad harvest. Side note, we can't afford to have a bad harvest. All right, maybe on Earth you can have a bad harvest and you can eat your canned goods, and right, but we need that motherfucking food. So all the conditions are perfect in the geotent. The air, the nutrients we're giving all the fucking plants and stuff, and the pressure in there is all perfect conditions for having a good harvest. Anyway, so when the pressure was released, it fucking blew everything up. So I'm getting up. This is literally what happened. I don't know if you guys can even see. Can you guys see the snow? Hold on. Let me make sure this piece of shit gets this. Okay, so let me show you guys what happened, basically. Hold on, this cocksucking motherfucking bullshit piece of shit. They got all this money to set up a colony in space, and they can't even give me a fucking tripod. All right, so this is basically what happened. Oh shit! Oh my fucking head! Oh my god! Oh my fucking head! Oh. Rebecca? Jonathan? Guys? Oh fuck. Oh fuck, everyone's fucking dead. So, anyway, that's pretty much exactly what happened. I got ejected, and the transport was on fire, and everyone inside was dead and burned up by the time I got there. Actually, Stewart, everyone calls him Stu. Stu was still kind of alive, but he was so burned up, I knew he wasn't going to really want to live anymore. So I just started stomping him. I grabbed it. I grabbed it. Boom! boom, and I just stomped his face in until he was out of his misery. Took him a couple minutes to die. You'd think he would, you know, want to be. Anyway, there's a lot of side details that weren't necessary, really, but I just wanted you guys to know I've been sending these little broadcasts back to Earth every week, and you're not going to be getting them anymore because I'm killing myself after this. I don't want to, starve to death. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, whoa, why don't you just go to the other colony on the other side of the frozen planet and tell them what happened, and then you can just live out there and help them with their mission? Well, that's where the trouble really starts, because if I go and tell them what happened, they're gonna put me in some kind of prison cell thing and put me in a pod and send me back to Earth, and I'll spend the rest of my shitty fucking life in a shit Earth prison. And I don't want to have to do that. It sounds terrible. So I'm just gonna kill myself and get it over with and not do that. Mission failed. We won't get them next time. It's over. All right. Well, anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to hit the auto send feature on this thing. And then I am probably going to head out. So I'll leave you with this. Don't live your whole life scared of doing what you want to do. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Absolutely everything. Allahu Akbar.